Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're here on 4th down.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. Alex Randall, 29 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
That's it, baby. We go home.
The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. They've got work to do. They'll have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Here's this out for Streets. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they took a shot there trying to get it downfield, 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted, but good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
They'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again, Thomas. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Clemson offense here set to take over. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On play action, they'll throw. Airs this out for Streets. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. First and 10, LSU. Operating from the gun, Thomas. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So that is the end of regulation here in Santa Clara. A lot of anxious looks in the crowd as we are heading to overtime to decide who takes home the trophy as national champions. So overtime looming here to decide it all. Each team will get a possession from the defense's 25-yard line. If the score remains tied after each team has had a possession, we keep going indefinitely until we crown a champion. Clemson with the ball first to start overtime. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will score as they're going to strike first in this first overtime session. There you go, Charles. Apparently all she had to do was ask. How about that? His 4th touchdown pass in this championship game.
Give her credit for asking. Give him credit for living up to it. And I bet they're both relieved that there won't be another game. She might ask for 8 touchdown passes in that one.
Extra point up and through. And they will take a 7-point lead. So now it's LSU's turn. They have to have a touchdown, of course, and the extra point to force a second overtime. To throw is Thomas. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Back to throw. Thomas. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and as a result, possession switches hands. How about this story? Behind a quarterback who had never taken a snap at a college football game until 9 days ago.
Please turn your attention to the podium at midfield for the presentation of the College Football Playoff National Championship Trophy as we present your college football national champions, the Clemson Tigers.
Jack Ford. Talk about a long shot. And as a man who's known as the quarterback whisperer, and I suggest you trademark that, by the way, how are you feeling about your quarterback right now?
I tell you, this kid's amazing. He worked around the clock to prepare for this game. I never seen anything like it. And I am so proud of what he's done, and under this kind of pressure. Hope all you NFL scouts out there are paying attention, because this kid's special.
Come on, man.
You deserve it, son. Congratulations.
Coach, this is you. This is great. Thank you.
A perfect end to a too short season. You're leaving here a champion.
It's better than I ever thought it would feel. I can't even describe it, really. It's just to be up on this stage, celebrating with these guys. It's perfect. It's just perfect.
It is a perfect end, but it seems like you put up a pretty good case that it shouldn't be today. How do you feel about that?